From the food we eat, the air we breathe, the land we dwell, to the health of our body and mind and the well-being of all things in the universe. Unlock the science with Chula Radio Plus.
Welcome to Unlock the Science. I'm Virada Salim. We all want to look young and stay young physiologically. That is why the cosmetic, skincare, and plastic surgery industries have become so thriving. Some of the products and services are simply unaffordable to most of the general public. However, at Chulalongkorn University, researchers of two separate projects are trying to make some skincare products less pricey but with high effectiveness with their new inventions. Let's start with an innovation related to stem cells. What are stem cells? According to the National Institute of Health, which is part of the United States Department of Health and Human Services and the largest biomedical research agency in the world, stem cells are cells that can renew themselves and developed into many different types of cells in our body. They are the foundation cells for every organ and tissue in our body, which also function as a repair system for the body. We rely on stem cells to replace our injured tissues and cells that are lost, such as those in skin, hair, blood, and lining of guts. Due to their unique regenerative abilities, human stem cells are being used in biomedical research and therapeutics development in many ways. By using stem cells, scientists can learn about human biology as well as doing research on development of therapeutics. It helps scientists have a better understanding of the genetic and molecular signals that regulate the division, specialization, and differentiation in our body cells, which can yield information about how diseases arise and suggest new strategies for therapy. According to the International Society for Stem Cell Research, which is an independent nonprofit organization based in Illinois, the United States, currently there are still very few conditions for which stem cells-based therapies have been proven and widely accepted by the global medical community. At the moment, the most frequently used stem cells for therapy are blood stem cells, which are applied to treat leukemia, lymphoma, and several inherited blood disorders. Some bone, skin, and corneal diseases or injuries can also be treated by grafting tissues that are derived from or maintained by stem cells. As we become older, cells in our body, and especially stem cells, will become weaker, meaning that their renewable ability deteriorates and their ability to differentiate into various cell types is altered. Stem cells remain in our body, but there are hindrances and less signals within cells. The effect of this might appear as degeneration of skin and hair strands. However, with the advance in medical research and technologies, there are several approaches in repairing the damage and delaying the aging process. A more advanced method involves directly injecting either human or animal stem cells to stimulate the growth of stem cells in our body. However, this procedure has concerns on safety and is costly. A stem cell therapy can cost around $5,000 to $50,000. However, at Chulalongkorn University, a different application to stimulate the growth of stem cells has been developed. Professor Dr. Pithi, Chanvorachote of Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences has developed an innovation known as StemAktiv as an alternative to the injection of stem cells into our body. The discovery was found after his more than 10 years of research on stem cells, which originally aimed for treating cancer patients. StemAktiv uses the combination of more than 10 different types of herbal extracts that have been proven to generate stem cell activities, with the exact proportion that each herb will complement the effect of each other. This procedure has been proven to be highly safer than stem cell injection and shows effectiveness. In addition, these herbs are local and easily found in Thailand. Therefore, the cost of production is not high, making the products more affordable to consumers. In helping to maintain and restore the damage to skin and hair, StemAktiv has been proven to be able to stimulate stem cell signals related to skin and hair, increase survival signaling of cells, and improve mechanism of cell resistance to toxic and residue. Its application emphasizes the signaling that improves the protein of the stem cells, which is one of the important means related to stem cell functionality. StemAktiv has been developed into a skincare product under the brand of CU Pharm and the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences. By combining the StemAktiv and hyaluron or hyaluronic acid, which has the properties of hydrating, reducing wrinkles, and brightening the skin. The product Hya Concentrated Serum will help deeply revitalizing our skin, strengthening the skin at the root cause, as well as reducing wrinkles and other conditions that come with aging skin. Professor Dr. Pithi said that more StemAktiv products will be launched and available for purchase in the future. Up next, Unlock the Science reporter Garantarat Lerrit talks to Professor Dr. Pithi Chanvorachote of Department of Pharmacology and Physiology, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chulalongkorn University, to gain his thoughts on StemAktiv and application of stem cells in treatments.
Research on stem cells in cancer patients turned into this innovation for anti-aging skincare.
Basically, we do a lot of research based on the cell signalings and cell biology. So, at first, we aim to discover the potential compounds that can inhibit the signal in the cancer cells. And recent studies have shown that in the cancer or the tumor, it contains the stem cells. It's called cancer stem cells. And the cancer stem cells has unique signalings inside it. If it has the high level of the cancer stem cell signalings, it will facilitate cancer growth, metastasis, and also drug resistance. So we're trying to discover the compound that can interact into the protein or the signaling and inhibit the signaling. So we can be able to eliminate the cancer stem cells, and then the whole tumors will be degraded. We have done a lot of research on that, and in the past 10 years, we discovered several compounds that can inhibit these signals in the cancer. To do so, we have to prove also that the compound is safe for the patient. So the very basic or the very principles way is that we have to prove that it have no effects on the normal stem cell inside the bodies, because if it inhibits the normal stem cell also, so it can cause a lot of toxic and organ failures. So we kind of set up the parallel system. We have the cancer stem cell signal, and we have the normal stem cell signal in the same setting of when we treat the cells with the compound, we treat it together. So we discover something that is quite safe, and it can inhibit cancer stem cells. Some compound, it can increase the normal stem cell signal, but have no effect on the cancer stem cell. So it's quite very unique property of the compound. So that's why we discover the combinations, and we gather it together to have the new innovation of StemAktiv. We explore several Thai herbal medicine or Thai herbs. I think it's more than 50 types of extract that we use in the laboratory setting. And we found that maybe only 10 of them have the potential to increase stem cells property of the skin. So use this knowledge. So we think that it should be possible that if we use this agent or extract in the skincare product, it should have some effects on the skin stem cells in the AIDS population, and it will restore the function of stem cells.
How do you test the efficiency of StemAktiv?
Actually, we do a lot of research in terms of the molecular pharmacology. So we test the effect of the compound on the molecular signaling inside the cell. So basically, we have the stem cell isolated from the skin, and we have a stem cell isolated from several organs in the bodies, and also stem cell from hair. Okay, each stem cells from unique organs or unique tissues will have the unique signals, and it will reflect the unique set of stimuli, and we just treat the cells with a non-toxic concentration of the extracts, and we monitor the stem nets of the stem cell, including stem cell function and also the molecular marker of the stem cell. We have some kind of the protein markers inside the cells. We have the stem cell related transcription factors that reflect directly into the function of the stem cell. So if the compound can increase all of these signals, and can increase the protein of stem cell, so we suspect that it should potentially be developed into the used for the products or cosmeceutical products.
How is the effectiveness of StemAktiv compared to stem cell injection or other procedures? And to what extent does it help reduce the aging of skin?
Basically, when people trying to improve their skin using stem cells, there we have another sort of stem cells. For example, from the infants or from the cord blood stem cells, and then they will inject that stem cell, living stem cell, into their skin. So the stem cells, once it get into the skin, it will have some kind of a lot of difficulties, because this is not the normal environment that it should live, right? Because it have the difference in terms of the cytokine and so on, immune cell system reaction. So the cell will start to die, but before that, it will secrete a lot of the growth factor and cytokines into the nearby tissue. And that the cytokine and growth factors will go to bind on the nearby stem cell receptor surface and stimulate the stem cells signal inside it. So just normal, like a StemAktiv does, because we use the same system. We monitor the signalings inside the cells, that instead of the growth factor derived from the dying stem cells, we use the compound from herbal medicine. So we hopefully we should mimic the effects that we hope it come from the living stem cell injected into the skin.
In the future, do you think there will be opportunities in applying stem cell treatments for preventing or decelerating aging process?
Oh yes, I do think so, because nowadays you know that the advancements in terms of the cell biologies, the stem cell research have found that the stem cell is very powerful tools to improve your skin, improve the organ functions and everything, because the stem cell is on top of the hierarchy of the tissue. So basically, the aging process is not just the normal cell that is age, but it started from its root, which is the stem cell in that tissue or organ. It's starting to age. So the stem cell, it basically its function in maintenance all of the healthy and fulfillment of the 100% highest efficiency of surrounding tissue in that organ. So if the stem cell start to age, it will not secrete the useful substance into the nearby cells, so that the nearby cell will start to dysfunction and stop functioning, and the whole tissue will start to collapse, degrade, and there will no the stem cell to restore. Or if the tissue got damaged by some accident, or for the skin, if you expose too much into the UV irradiation or burns or something, or you have the wounds, the stem cell will propagate or dividing itself and differentiate into the functional skin cell to restore. For the aged stem cell, it will have a loss those properties. So that's why we have to restore the function of stem cell. So it means that you can restore the whole tissue to maintain its healthy situation or function. I don't think it's limited to be used for the skin or hair treatment only, but it can useful for another kind of the disease that involving with the process of aging or degenerative medicine.
That is Unlock the Science reporter Garantarat Lertrit talking to Professor Dr. Pithi Chanvorachote of Department of Pharmacology and Physiology, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chulalongkorn University. We will take a short break now.
You are listening to Unlock the Science on Chula Radio Plus.
Thinking about cosmetic or skincare products with fruit extract, durian, would unlikely prompt in our mind. However, a research team at Chulalongkorn University is aiming to use young durian extracts in cosmetic products. Durian is one of Thailand's cash crops, and the country is one of the major exporters of durians in the world. There seems to be great demand of this king of fruits from Thailand, as its export value jumped over 23 times in a period of 10 years, from 137 million US dollars in 2011 to 3.2 billion US dollars in 2021, according to Office of Agriculture Economics under Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperatives. However, unfortunately, many durians have gone to waste. For each durian tree, around 200 to 300 of young durians have to be cut off and thrown away because the branches cannot handle the excessive weight and will break eventually. Associate Professor Dr. Supaart Sirikantaramas of Department of Biochemistry, Faculty of Science, Chulalongkorn University, saw this as a big loss of agricultural produce and wanted to turn them into something valuable. He then started his research on the way to make use of these wasted young durians in raising income for Thai farmers. Dr. Supaart and other researchers in his team found out that young durians contain certain compounds that could be used in developing cosmetic products. Their research discovered that young durians have several beneficial substances that help nurture skin. One of the significant compounds found in young durian is antioxidant. Antioxidants can counteract free radicals that are generated in response to environment insults such as ultraviolet rays and air pollution. In addition, there are glycation in young durians, which helps with anti-aging of cells and protects skin from UV radiation, and pectin, which hydrates skin. The researchers also tested these extracts from young durians in comparison to vitamin C and found that the extracts have the same or even more effectiveness due to their high level of antioxidants. Durians are known for their distinctive strong smell, which some people might find unpleasant. However, unlike mature durians, young durians are free of odor or smell. Therefore, when combining the extracts with cosmetic components, it won't affect the scent. The researchers have tested combining the durian extracts in the form of powder with sunscreen in raising the effectiveness of the sunscreen against UV radiation. The extracts do not affect the color or texture of the sunscreen, and they also found that the extracts can be used with sensitive skin as it shows no toxicity to skin and low chance of allergic reaction. The young durian extracts remained in the experimental process and have yet put on any actual cosmetic products in the market. Up next, Unlock the Science reporter Garantarat Lertrit talks to Associate Professor Dr. Supaart Sirikantaramas of Department of Biochemistry, Faculty of Science, Chulalongkorn University, on his ideas of making use of extracts from young durians and the cosmetic products he is trying to produce.
Since the initiative was to bring young durian to use, how do you reach the decision of using it in cosmetic industries?
First of all, I like to spend some time to provide more details on the young durian fruits we are talking about, because you may wonder how young of the fruit is. Actually, the fruit is formed after pollination over a night, and there are too many durian fruits on one tree. Generally speaking, 30 to 45 days after pollination, this is the period that farmers will prune out fruit with 10 to 15 centimeter in length. If the fruit did not drop off the tree automatically, a farmer, they do not want too many fruit on a tree. As you know, durian fruit is so heavy, and branches might be broken. Okay, by farmers' experience, they actually know how many fruits per tree they like to keep to make the fruit with appropriate size and quality. So in general, for 5 to 10 years old durian tree, more than 100 fruits will be pruned out, and we currently consider them as a waste. And of course, this stage of the fruit got no value. Okay, so our group has been working on durian for many years. When we visited a durian orchard at a certain period, we saw this young durian fruit on ground. And my first thought, the fruit is kind of cute, it's small, and we actually call them as a baby durian. And since there are so many of them, and we thought how we can make use of them using a concept of circular economy and zero waste. We cut the fruit in half, we opened it, we touched inside the fruit, and it felt a slimy liquid. Actually, during that time, snail slime was kind of very popular to be added in many cosmetic products. So that's what our first decision of using it in cosmetic industry. Maybe it can like similar to snail slimes. But of course, after that, we have to do a lot of research to evaluate its potential.
Do you think the profit that farmers will get will outweigh the manufacturing cost of extracting young durian?
Right. This is a very interesting and important question. At the moment, we are working on upscale production of the extract, and we are calculating operation costs, of course. I have to say, performing extraction comes with a huge cost. And since in a market, there are many plant extracts to be used in cosmetics, and it is not cheap at all, I have to say. However, our young durian fruit or baby durian is now cost nothing. So it's cost zero. So I think it can be competitive to other plant extract in a market. In addition, in doing so, we can create a value of the baby durian. So of course, farmers will get benefit from our invention.
Due to the image of durian having strong scents, do you think it will affect people's decision or perception in using the product?
Right. This is what we have realized on the image of durian that produce such a strong sulfurous odor. First of all, I'd like to say that our young durian extract contains no odor at all. So it can be added in any products without changing color or odor. And the important thing, I think, is a consumer's perception towards durian fruit. So information on the characteristics of the baby durian extract must be provided to consumer who buy this product. In addition, information on bioactive ingredients that we have identified in the extract can be advertised so people know what are in the extract.
From the perspective of cosmetic industries, how might they benefit from this innovation?
I have to say this is a novel extract, not in a market yet. And I know consumers love new ingredients with, of course, good biological activities. So we found that our extract is safe to human skin and hair cell cultures in vitro and can enhance hair cell proliferation. It also got high antioxidant activities compared to vitamin C. We are now exploring other biological activities and hope the extract can be accepted in the market.
When do you plan to produce products using young durian extract and put it on the market?
This is what we want to make it very happen with our discovery. So since our material, durian fruit, is already listed to be used as a cosmetic ingredient, so it can be actually added to any cosmetic products. At the moment, I got contacted from a few persons who like to use our extract. At the same time, we are planning a clinical trial to evaluate our extract efficiency on human skin as well. So I hope this can happen very soon.
Professor Dr. Pithi shared with Unlock the Science that the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chulalongkorn University, has tried to create products that are not only affordable to the general public, but also with high quality comparable to other similar products in the market. And similar to the extracts from young durians, using herbal medicine in StemAktiv helps increase the value of agricultural materials. However, the quality of the raw materials has to be precisely controlled and monitored to enable high properties. Herbal materials in Thailand are inexpensive, and if farmers perform the right procedure in obtaining the required properties of the herbs, they could sell it at a much higher price and gain much more profit. Unlock the Science would like to thank Professor Dr. Pithi Chanvorachote of Department of Pharmacology and Physiology, Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and Associate Professor Dr. Supaart Sirikantaramas of Department of Biochemistry, Faculty of Science. Both are from Chulalongkorn University. I hope you enjoy our program. You can listen to Unlock the Science on Chula Radio Plus at FM 101.5 every Saturday from 1 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. You can also listen and follow us on our website curadio.chula.ac.th and our Facebook page. Our show is also accessible as podcasts, including on Apple and Spotify. See you again next Saturday. Have a nice day.
Unlock the Science is edited and produced by Sinfa Tunsarawut